Yo, my dudes, what's going on? David here, and welcome to another reaction. This episode, we are diving into a series that you guys have highly recommended for me to watch. We put a poll out not too long ago, and this was one of the series that was landslides ahead of everyone else. I find myself yet again not knowing zero or anything about the series, but the series is none other than Castle. We're going to dive into season 1, episode 1, Flowers for Your Grave. I know nothing about it. I know Nathan Fillion's in it. I know from the trailer that I saw that it has something to do with a writer teaming up with a detective of some sort. And I'm sure that's where the comedy is going to shine its brightest, is with the writer, you know, not necessarily maybe taking it as serious as the detective does. But without further ado, if you find yourself enjoying this video at any point, scroll down, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what I can do to make the experience better for you. And head on over to Patreon and take a look. We have quite a bit of series already over there. I'm not sure yet how many episodes of this will be aired there by now, but they're full, uncut, unedited reactions of me. So go check it out, take a look at it, and if not, you can always wait for them to air here. They will be airing here maybe once a week or so. I haven't figured that out yet, but without further ado, let's dive on into this and see what we have in store for us with Castle. Let's ride.
I'm joining the friggin' circus, but no, you had to put a bullet.
I wonder what makes him want to join her and help her out with the detective stuff.
I am.
All right, give me a hit of the bubbly.
Make that too?
The bubbly. A little bit of the bubbly.
Serving the soft stuff.
So I take it that you won't have any objection.
She looks very interested in him. Like, I know she's gonna try to play hard to get, but she looks so into him.
Copies?
I have this poker game. It's mostly other writers, Patterson, Cannell, you know, bestseller.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's the motive of why he gets into it and wants to help her, because the person's using his books to
Passion, greed, politics.
kill. I'm not much of a reader, so this would really bother me.
All day. The last thing I want to do when I go home is read murder books.
I wonder if he's gonna come to the office or if he's gonna actually meet up with her again
Almost
somehow.
as much as he loves himself. Can you take that back to briefing, please? Sir, can I talk to you for a minute in private?
Nope.
Wow. Looks like you got yourself a new partner.
I just found another one.
Oh shit. Another murder? What the heck? In a pool?
Death of a Prudence?
Laney Parrish, medical examiner. I love.
Everyone's
your
like in
books.
awe of
You have
him.
a real gift with the details of death.
I thought I told you to stay over there. Adam.
Nah, I don't think so. That seemed a little too easy.
Stay here.
Scout's honor.
Oh shit. It was him. Like fucking obsessed with him.
Oh, that's creepy. I was never a scout.
Hey, Beckett.
Oh shit. No, that's somebody he caught. What the fuck? I don't get it. Why don't they clear the perimeter when they walk in? It just, oh, clear. No, we're not checking closets. We're not checking
not
under
speaking.
beds.
State
That's
medical
weird to me.
records indicate he's got pervasive developmental.
I mean, that's one way to think of it, but we're not going to talk to him? Pick his brain? I bet you Castle does. Oh, I guess not. See, this is what I thought, that she was going to be like the overachiever, like very focused on her work, and then he's going to be, even though he's kind of serious about his work too, he's just like more goofier.
Cough up twist. Yeah, right, like
Like maybe somebody set this kid up.
That's what your story
That's what
needs.
I'm
The
thinking
character
now.
who thinks the kid's
He was
innocent
framed.
keeps digging until he finds the truth.
Oh, I have just the guy. Well,
Well,
it was nice to have met you, Detective Beckett.
I'm assuming that the kills are going to continue to happen, which is going to draw him back into trying to help her figure out who exactly it is. He took it.
Oh, he did.
Richard!
Cuff him.
Ooh, bondage. My safe word is apples.
Oh, there's no need to be gentle.
How'd you find me anyway?
I'm a detective. That's what I do.
Mother?
Hello, daughter.
I wish I could say I was surprised. It's my fault, really.
Talk to my mom
You
the
never had a
same
father
way.
figure.
Oh, at least would have found it by now. Now, if I were writing the story,
I wonder if at the end
killer
of
would
this
have
he's
only
going
wanted
to
one of
get
the victims dead. He would have killed
like,
the other ones
offered a job.
just to cover up the crime. This is not what it looks like. Okay, this is exactly what it looks like, but I can explain.
You coming?
Oh, she's like giving into it.
Did Allison ever mention having enemies or being threatened?
People
This
loved
is
her.
father.
All she wanted was to make the world a better place. I told all the...
There is your motive.
What was that all about?
He's dying.
Who's dying? Tizio?
You want a
Yeah.
hot dog? I want a hot dog.
Dad,
What do you take
I
on
want a
your...
hot dog too. Oh,
What makes you...
You interview the brother?
I'm shocked
There's
that
every
Rick
reason to.
Well, now there is.
picks up on things that she doesn't pick up on. She's been doing it for a lot longer, obviously.
Allison Tizio?
Yeah. Hey, Mitch, let's get these pallets on the truck.
Detective Kate Beckett, Rick Castle. We'd like to ask you some questions about your sister.
Yeah, anything I can do. Let's head inside.
Last time I saw her, about a month ago at Dad's.
He doesn't even look like he's mourning or anything. He looks like he's good to go.
Still can't
Yeah,
believe she's gone.
Uh-huh.
She's my bond. I don't know.
it's probably
Maybe if
where
I
he
helped
asked him to do
Things would be
everything,
different.
How'd your sister react when your dad
or
told
at
you
least
he
be
was
framed for it.
Stays like this.
He can't be that dumb. He got rid of that
Back in
passport.
Civil division.
Thank you,
That
sir.
guy must have got rid of his passport. Why would you hold on to it?
You're home early.
Seriously kept it? Why would he keep it though? Does he have intentions on killing more people? He looked excited, like,
I can't
oh wow.
find it.
This time you're staying put.
He's gonna jump out and run. Guess who's gonna save the day? Rick Castle. Ah, I cannot do that. I cannot bend my toes that way. I would have been fucked. I knew it. All right, come on, Castle.
I got him.
Castle!
If it wasn't for him, you wouldn't have even caught him. So stop. What are you complaining for?
Who are you?
Harrison, let him go. So
He's thinking about still writing his story? That's crazy.
I swear to God,
Ooh.
tell me you saw that. You're gonna put that in your report, right?
can I see the cuffs, please?
Yeah, the ones you used on me?
What the hell were you thinking? You could have gotten yourself killed.
All right, but I caught him.
You know, you could have told me.
Where's the fun in that?
It's not like he broke his nose, but he looked pretty all right there.
On a sugar rush, totally incapable of taking anything seriously.
But did
He
help solve
helped
this
you
case.
though. Yes,
And when the
exactly. He
mayor's
helped
happy,
you solve the
commissioner's
case.
happy. When the commissioner's happy, I'm happy.
Alrighty. That was really good. Surprisingly, I thought it had like a slower start to it. That I was gonna be like, oh, is this gonna be like a slow little drama? Very little comedy punchlines. But it was actually, it picked up very well in the middle of the show, and I'm gonna give it like a 9 for a first pilot episode. I'm gonna give it a 9. I think it was really good. I think it was done very well. I think the actors bounced off of each other very well, and I enjoyed it a lot. Again, like I said, the beginning was very slow, but it definitely picked up as it went on, and the story got more and more interesting, and you were kind of like sitting there like, who did it? How are they gonna figure it out? Because for the longest time I thought for sure the first person that they framed for it and arrested was the guy who did it. But then he started putting two and two together, and he was like, it just didn't add up, it didn't make sense. And I thought that all of that made a lot of sense, and it was really good. I thought the motives for the show and for Rick Castle made a lot of sense. He had a bit of writer's block. He didn't know where he wanted to go on the route of his next novel, and I thought everything made sense. Kate's a fan of Castle's as an author. Castle has, like I said, writer's block, so he doesn't necessarily know where he wants to go with his next novel. And the fact that his books tied into the way and the style, in a sense, of how the victims were being killed, I thought all that tied in very well. Of course, Rick has comedy. I thought Kate had some pretty good comedy as well. I didn't catch the name of the other her partners, but there was definitely some comedy in there as well. And again, it started off slow, but it was because it needed to give out all the information that we needed to know to learn about the characters. But then it picked up right away, and it ended on like a really great note. And I'm very interested to see where this all goes, because I feel like I understand that it may be every episode is a different sort of crime, but I feel like they built enough around the crime where there's going to be like a story to tell throughout the series. So definitely enjoying what I saw so far. Let's do a quick breakthrough in case I forgot anything. In the beginning here, we are familiarizing ourselves with Rick Castle. And in the beginning, you kind of get the sense that he's just like this big shot author, signing women's chest, and just very confident in his work. This is where we find out that he has a bit of writer's block, because his ex-wife mentions that she has an inside source on him having trouble writing the next novel. We find out later that it was his mom that spoke out on it. And then we meet Kate, and Kate's and her partners. They are going over the first murder in this series, and she finds it very unique to the stories that she enjoys very much. So she knew about it. Her partners didn't, because they don't care to read. Here. And this is the first encounter of Kate and Rick, because Kate wanted to question Rick on if any of, maybe because of the kill being so similar, or being the exact same style that he wrote in his book, that maybe somebody reached out to him as a fan to sort of, where they can pin it to that. So this is where Nate's, just kind of throwing some humor at her, but at the same time being very interested in what she had to say. The scene where he gets back home. She then brings her partners a bunch of Rick's books, says that she wants them to read up on what murders took place, and if they can catch the guy prior to him doing it again. Nate shows up and says that he wants to help out. He isn't totally for it, but she just kind of whatevers it. Again, great chemistry between Rick and Kate. So I definitely hope that continues throughout the show. Then they get called to another murder. And this is where Rick realizes that the guy is doing similar style kills as what he wrote, but he isn't being exact as far as down to the very nitty gritty details. Most people obsessed with an author or something will definitely be down to the detail on the kills. They then find prints on a note that was sent to a letter that was sent to Rick. And this is where, to me, I get very confused because I've seen it quite a few times now where they break in and they rule it to be clear, but then they're not. Like a lot of the cases, it's not clear. They're not checking, under beds and in closets. I don't know the procedures and how they're supposed to, deem a room clear or not, but I just find it kind of crazy that this isn't the first show that I've seen that they don't check everywhere. And so they end up finding the guy in the closet. They bring him in. They claim he was the guy. They clean up shop, say basically the investigation's just about over. We found our guy. Then we meet two other authors, and this is where Rick pitches the idea of writing the story of the crime that he is helping solve. They like it, but they're like, there's nothing to it, so they help add on to it for him. And then he does like a little sort of kind of like a thank you, but he's like basically trying to psych her out. He took something from her. We then arrest him because he's obviously messing with evidence. They then bail him out, but the whole time he's just very much interested in like the fact that he thinks that the guy that they have is not the correct guy, which props to Rick for doing that. It then wakes up Kate into investigating even further into it. They do like a good back and forth of Rick talking to his daughter and his mom, and her talking to her partners. I thought that was really neat. And so they go and talk to the dad. Again, I think even questioning the dad. You can tell they're going to be like really good partners. Then we meet Allison Tisdale's brother, and right off the bat, they just feel like they have their guy now. And but then Rick gets almost like confused, like, oh no, wait, if he has a passport for it, then it can't be him. And so I thought that Kate did a real good job of like making him feel like he didn't get it and that he got psyched out. But again, they just bounce off of each other very well. Then they convince the judge to let them search his house. Surprisingly enough, not really too much of a surprise actually. We then see Tisdale's brother running back home, shredding up everything he can. She then convinces Rick that he needs to have protection on him. So she then tells him that basically in the car that she's got an extra piece. He goes in there. She cuffs him to the car, which I thought that's where I kind of put two and two together, that he was going to try to escape and that Castle was going to find him. Eventually he does. And it's crazy the knowledge that Castle has. Like, he's not, like, if I were to jump into like helping a detective out, I would be like a complete dumbass. And so the fact that he has like a lot of knowledge on this stuff like helps out a lot, because he knew that the gun was on safety. He knew that he wasn't really in harm. He hit him square in the face, knocked him down. They cuffed him. And then we find out that it's the right guy, and that Castle is a big fan of Beckett, and so he then furthers the story on wanting to write a story sort of based on her. I liked it a lot. I thought that was a really cool spin to it too. So now I'm curious to see if their partnership continues in the sense of him wanting to continue to have stuff to write about, because the other authors earlier said that they had characters that were going to continue to fuel their jets and stuff like that. So he's probably looking for that character that he can continue to write about books and books and books and books. So yeah, I found that to be very interesting. So I think that's going to be the motive as to why he wants to partner with her. But without further ado, that is all the time that I have for today. If you enjoyed the video, like I said, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Head on over to Patreon for the full uncut, unedited version of it. It's really good stuff, and I feel like you guys would be missing out by not taking a look at it. But that's, again, all the time I have for today. I will check you guys out later. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be ease.